Welcome back. 2 years ago, there was a flurry of excitement surrounding a British singer-songwriter described as stylish and sassy. Jessie J's first album sold over 2 million copies worldwide, and now she's getting ready to try to top the charts with her new record, Alive.
Chop the charts?
I think top them, Jessie,
top them as
you?
well, maybe. You could chop them and top them. Jessie's also preparing for her UK tour. Has been so busy, she had to give up her role as a judge on the BBC talent show The Voice. Jessie's here with us on the sofa. Good morning. We're going to have a little look first, and then we chat.
She is. Welcome. Very good morning to you. It's lovely to see you.
Little dance in the morning. And you, thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. You were here when because you announced the sound of 2011, weren't you?
Yeah.
And sort of catapulted into an extraordinary life.
I was very, very lucky that when my music kind of got showcased to the world, that people in the kind of behind the scenes noticed me before the public, and they kind of gave me their sticker of approval, which really helped me in the beginning. So yeah, the BBC sound of 2011, which is when I last saw you guys.
That's right. Would you like a little reminder?
Yeah.
Of what you were like then?
Oh no.
I hope we've got it ready now. We may be able to have a little look.
I'm like, do I hide?
Take a look at that, tell us what you think.
I'll tell you who I would have liked to put on the show this week if I could have found time, is Jessie J.
Wow.
I would have literally found 3 minutes, but I couldn't find the time because I just love that girl, and I think she's one of the best artists to come out of here for years.
What do you say to that?
Interesting, yeah.
So it's funny, isn't it? That's not that long ago, really, is it?
No, it's not. It makes me realise how much I've grown up and how much I've changed. Like, yeah, not changed.
Are you
like
talking
that,
physically, or are you talking about?
Yeah, just grown up a lot, and yeah.
You've done a lot in the last 3 years.
Yeah, I've had to, I always say that I think kind of being thrown into the public eye, you either lose kind of track of your focus, because it's very overwhelming, or you become very grown up very quickly. And I think I've grown up a lot.
Has there been, often people say there's a sort of roller coaster thing where there's very good things happening. That was obviously an amazing moment in time, you know, and it was a moment in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And then with that comes all sorts of other stuff. People want to know
of
things about you, and
I
how's
mean,
that been?
It's always strange, because I always say you never go to school to learn how to deal with it. You can't live it until you're living it, and then when you're living it, you have to just do it and deal with it. But like when I broke my foot, for example, you know, in a kind of, I know, an office job, it's kind of a lot easier to not go in to work for a few weeks, but in kind of my diary, it kind of meant that we took, you know, huge steps back, and I tried to do as much as I could.
So you did lots of performing with it, didn't you?
I actually only missed like 6 shows, and I had reconstructive ankle surgery, so I was quite pleased with that. I did a lot of singing sitting down, but no, I think with the bad, there's always the amazing. I think you just have to focus on the good. Yeah.
And what about, do you want to go through the voice business for us? Because there's lots been said about that.
I love being on the red chair.
Here you are.
Is this more comfortable, this one?
Oh, so much better.
It doesn't swivel either.
If it did, it'd be amazing. You should have that
Massive
swivel round.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah,
the
whole thing in the morning as you...
If an interview's going badly, we could just turn people with their back to the camera. So tell us what really happened at The Voice. Was there a thing? Were you not happy there? What's the honest truth?
I loved it. Again, it was a completely different role I'd never played. I was the most unknown. I was the most kind of newest on the panel.
And the only woman.
And yeah, of course. And I kind of just tried to be myself. I think a lot of people, what I'd like people to take from it is that forget everything you read and go on what you saw. And I gave so much of my time, and I'm so challenging. I challenge my contestants and my artists, and I still see them now. A lot of them came to my iTunes festival, and you know, it's a tough job being a female and singing live, and I wanted to teach them about discipline and focus and the sacrifices you have to make.
I'm curious as to, you know, in your business, people make presumptions about you. They have kind of misconceptions about you, built on maybe little interviews or things they've seen or images. What's the thing what do you think, what's the oldest kind of misconception people, do you think, have had of you?
I think it's weird when people meet me and they go, "You're really nice." And I'm like,
oh, that's, yeah.
Oh, I've never ever woken up ever in my life wanting to be a mean person or demanding person. My mum and dad raised me too well, and it's very weird when you don't control what's written about you and that people believe it.
And do you think there is that perception like that out there, that somehow
Not so much now, because I honestly think with like Instagram and stuff, I think people are getting to know the real me, that I just like to cook and sing, and you know, I'm not a party animal, and I'm on time, you know, and I really try and just be really professional. But it's boring to write I suppose it's boring for the media to write positive stuff all the time, I guess.
I mean, you've done lots of amazing things, but the thing, you know, as a girl, as a woman, to have shaved your hair, that was a big thing to do, wasn't it?
It was amazing. I spent many years as a child in hospital, not knowing the outcome of what the week was going to bring.
Because you were ill.
Yeah, and I suffered a lot of, you know, in and outs of kind of moments of, never kind of let it define me, but always wanted the attention of like the Spice Girls when they came to Great Ormond Street, you know, and I always had that dream of being that person that would come in and brighten up the hospital wards, or be the person that would try and raise money, because I remember them not having brand new ECG machines and stuff. So when I started becoming successful and young people wanted to meet me, as like Make-A-Wish Foundation, for example, where I met Amy, who dared me to shave my head a year before I did. I was like, this is amazing. This is the way fame should be used.
It's funny, isn't it? I was looking at it's the Macmillan Cancer Relief coffee morning this morning, and I was looking at some of the people's pledges and whatever. So many people were inspired by your shaving your head to do it for charity.
So many people did. It was the most humbling thing when I went to like my gigs after I'd shaved my head, and so many of my fans have done it and raised like £5,000, £900. I feel like I have a sense of responsibility that I'm aware that young people are watching what I'm doing, so I need to make that.
I mean, it's all across the album as well, the photos of it. Alive, it's personal. I mean, I've read the lyrics.
Very.
You know, some of them are really personal. I miss her, you don't even want to talk about because it makes you sad.
Only because I mean, obviously I wrote the song and it was on the album, so I'm aware that people are going to ask me about it. I would never name the person because I respect my family's privacy. But it's about somebody, you know, suffering from an illness that means that they're there but they're not there, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. When instantly someone has something happen to them where they're there but they're not them. You know, they're not physically fit, they're not mentally there, they're not emotionally there, and I think it was something that I really wanted to put on my album.
So if people want to know about you, they need to read these lyrics, don't they?
Yeah, I always say that I put my most personal moments in my music.
Lovely to see you this morning.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming back as well.
No, I love it here.
We'll see you again.
I love the BBC. Everyone knows that.
Jessie's new album, Alive, is out right now. She starts her UK tour, don't you, as well, on the 15th of October. Good luck with that too.
Thank you.
That's it from us. Bye-bye.
See you soon. Bye-bye.